Hey guys, what's going on? My name is MajiinBae. Welcome to the channel. So for those of you who don't know me, I stream Legends of Runeterra, the League of Legends card game. I've been doing it for about a year now, content creation and playing, I would say professionally, taking it seriously now since last December. It's been a year, and I figured I would make a video going over basically just what I learned, how much I made, how I made the money, and what goes into it. Because when I started, I had all these questions and I really struggled to find any like actual concrete answers, especially from people in the niche that I was looking at, not just gaming, but card gaming specifically. So I figured hopefully if any of you are aspiring content creators or just curious people, maybe returning viewers who want to know how much I make, hopefully I can help you out. So yeah, this is my channel, nothing too crazy. I have about 11,000 followers on Twitch. Like I said, I've been streaming for a year now, and I started back in December. I did a couple test streams, just turning on the mic and the camera basically. Maybe, average of 0.5 viewers means it was just me watching the stream, just to like see what's up, pressing the buttons. And then my first actual stream started December 20th of last year to 4 whole average viewers. Pretty nuts, I know, calm down, it's fine. So I decided to start streaming a couple days a week. My friends had pushed me to get into streaming for a while, and I finally decided to take the plunge. What happened was I ranked pretty highly in a tournament, and I ranked pretty highly on the ladder for Legends of Runeterra, and I figured now's a pretty good time to give it a shot, now that my name's kind of up there. So, had a couple people stop by, say what's up. 11 average viewers on your second day is nuts. I did get a raid of like 15 people, kept a few of them. The Runeterra community is very welcoming and very helpful for anyone who's new. They're very, very kind people. But yeah, nothing too crazy for the first week, just a couple viewers. And then what happened was after I think this stream, Monday, December 28th, I hit affiliate. No, maybe it was after this one. Anyways, I hit affiliate this month, the first month, which means people are able to subscribe to your content. They're able to subscribe to you, which gives you money. You get half of it. $5 subscription, I get $2.50, basically. Twitch takes the other half. So we move on to the next month. This is where I actually started streaming. Ignore this gigantic number. I got a big raid. This is where I decided to really take it seriously. And as you can see, my number went up really fast, averaging 45 viewers of the entirety of what I would really call my first actual month of streaming. Don't expect this. This was an anomaly, and I got really lucky. Like I said, I was high on the ladder, and I placed well in a tournament. What happened right after this, or right before this, sorry, was I hit rank 1. I hit rank 1 on the leaderboard. I had a guide on the deck that I built kind of blow up on the Reddit page, and a lot of people came in from that. They trickled in, and then I was lucky enough that a lot of them decided to stay. And as you can see, I got some subscriptions, 74 subscriptions, worked out to be $221 because there's some other stuff, some bits and things like that, some gift subs. I streamed for a total of 105 hours this month. Now, keep in mind that this was like height of COVID, so I couldn't really do anything else. I would just stream and play the game. I couldn't do much else other than that. But 45 unique viewers, or average viewers, sorry, on your first month is pretty good. But as you'll see as we get into the next month, things started to take off for me. Now, it started about the same here, average 45, and then I kind of blew up. And I started blowing up right about here. And then I exploded right here. And what happened this week was the next seasonals tournament for Legends of Runeterra, which I actually won. I won it on not this day, but right past it. You'll see it on the next month. But leading up to it, I started to really see some serious growth. I was averaging 100 something concurrent viewers, which is pretty insane for a couple weeks in. Got a lot more subscriptions. I made $1,000 that month, which is pretty insane, and I ended up streaming more time. Now, this is one of my best months on Twitch, spoiler alert. $1,000 was pretty good, and at this point, I was thinking, this is a nice little side hustle, right? But as we get into the next month, I won seasonals right here, Sunday. I didn't actually stream it though, or Saturday. I won it Saturday, my bad, it wasn't the other one. And my viewers kind of just went up. I averaged over 300 viewers, and I made $1,400 in revenue for that month. A ton of subscriptions, 541, and this was looking pretty good. At this point, I had the money from the tournament. It was $10,000 that I'd won, kind of just sitting in my back pocket. I didn't get it yet, but I knew that it was coming. And what that let me do was just kind of say, okay, like, I think I can take the plunge now. I don't have to worry about, like, not being able to pay rent for a while, even if this doesn't pick up, you know? And I'd expected it to continue the way it had been. And, you know, I was like, oh, only up for me, only up. We're only going up. I'm growing so fast. It's nuts. $1,400, not a bad month for just streaming 85 hours. Now, keep in mind that when I say, oh, I streamed 100 hours or whatever a month, that's not all the work I did. Most of the work was off the stream. I was learning how to stream. I had to set up my OBS. I had to practice the game to make sure I was good at it. I had to do all the networking. I had to sign up to Twitter. It was awful. And like figure out how to do all those aspects of being a content creator and being in like that kind of space that was very new to me. And as we move on to the next month, revenue goes down, subscriptions go down, average viewers stay about the same. You'll see this a lot. I still streamed close to 100 hours, but this month had me a bit worried. I hadn't gone up, instead I had gone down, and I even streamed a little bit more. Now, that's just 1 month, not a big deal, right? But as we move on, it goes down again. Only $600 this month, 200 subscriptions, but I'm still streaming to an average of 300 people. What's going on? Well, I think what happened here is that at this point, I was no longer the new up-and-coming streamer. Now I was an established streamer in the Legends of Runeterra scene. I no longer needed the help, right? Like people, it's not as fun to gift 20 subs to the guy who's been around for a bit. It's more fun to gift 20 subs to the guy who's new and really gets overexcited about it on stream, you know what I mean? Not that I don't get excited about it, but I get it. I get it. It's more fun. And I think that played a part of it. So at this point in time, I have multiple options. One, I can double down on streaming and hope the numbers go up. I could start asking people for subscriptions, to donate bits. I can do sub goals. I can do all this stuff, but I hate doing that. I hate asking people for money, right? Basically, I'm providing this free entertainment. I don't want to have to bug you. It ruins the experience for me. It's not any fun for you. So I didn't want to do that. What are my other options? Well, I looked at other streams of revenue. I started a podcast with my co-host Jason Florent, which was doing okay. The Patreon brought in a little bit of money, although not to me actually, and not to him. We took all the money from the Patreon and we funneled it into another thing, which I'll get into later, building the brand and stuff. But I decided, after watching a ton of videos by Devin Nash, Harris Heller, Alpha Gaming, all that stuff, even Ludwig, that the main advice was to start a YouTube channel. So I made a YouTube video, and it took me 9 hours because I'd never had editing software before. I've never edited a video. I've never recorded a video, and recording was different than just going live. I go live and I talk to people in chat, and it's super easy. It's just a conversation for me. But recording was tough. This is something that didn't really come naturally. It took me a while to get into my flow, and I kept redoing takes, and I waited for the perfect games to upload. My guide wasn't the way I wanted it to be. It took me forever to edit the video. I have to make a thumbnail. What should the title say? What do I put in the description? It was so much, and it was so new to me. So I dropped it. I started it about May, and I dropped it about June. July rolls around, money goes down even more. My average viewer count goes down, and the time I'm streaming goes down. The reason this happened is because I took a serious look at it and said, this is not the way. I'm not going to make a living just going live. So I told myself I have to do YouTube, and I have to put out a video every single day if I can. So we'll get into that in a second. We'll go over the next few months and how it goes up. But keep in mind, July 1st-ish is when I started posting YouTube videos every single day. We'll do YouTube in a second. Money's still pretty low. Money's still pretty low. Average viewers goes back up. Money's crawling up. Average viewers are going up. And the money's up even though the time streaming is down. And I think that stays the same way. Money's way up. Time streaming's down. Time streaming's down. Money's pretty bad. I just wasn't here this month. And then we come into the last couple months, November, December, and December. This being my best month yet. Average viewers of 418, $550 revenue, only streamed 40 hours. And the reason for this is a new set came out in the game. It's very exciting. And also my YouTube had been doing pretty good. So honestly, not like I said, not a lot. I'm averaging now $500 a month, maybe a little bit more on Twitch. Not really worth it. And so on July, like I said, I switched over. I made a YouTube channel. And what my YouTube channel is just the same old stuff. I make gameplay videos. Here, we'll click on a random one and I'll show you. It's just me. I talk about the deck. I play the deck, so and that's basically it. And I do it every single day. And I find a new deck every single day, right? And I started that back here. Oh, sorry, June, not July. June, to basically nothing. I made basically no money. This is actually kind of farther in. I've been doing it for, my mistake, guys, I think a month at this point. And I'm getting like 1,000 views a day, which is really just not a lot. Like, it sounds like a lot, and if you're just starting, it is a lot, but I needed to supplement my income, right? I needed to make money somehow. And as you can see, I made no money because I wasn't yet partnered. I get partnered here, and I'm making a whopping $5 a day. Let's go. Oh, didn't upload a video, $3. Didn't upload a video, $2. I'm making some serious cashola, right? But as the views go up, and it started happening pretty steadily, almost day by day, you can see. I started seeing a lot of growth. I started seeing a lot of subscriber increases. My watch times were going up. Then my money goes up. This is over a period of 2 months. This is June 1st to July 31st. And as you can see at the end, we're hitting real numbers. This is $15 to $20 a day. That's pretty good for me. Let's say $20 a day. That's $600 a month. That's my entire Twitch revenue, right? And I've only been doing this a couple months. This was a really big deal to me. It also takes less time, which was really important. Very important. And then as we move on to the next month, the next 2 months, I'm doing them in 2-month blocks, 165,000 views. The next 2 months, I got 800,000 views. All of a sudden, we jump up. We start seeing not 500 view days, right? We're seeing thousands, tens of thousand view days. And I stay at about average of 13, maybe 15,000 views every day I post a video for pretty much the entire 2-month segment. September, October were pretty bad months for the game. There was Worlds and then there was nothing else, so it kind of fell down. But as you can see, this is over the course of 2 months. My estimated revenue jumped up. All of a sudden, I'm making $30, $40 days. $40 days are pretty much the low end, it looks like here, and it's still going up. It's hard to see it here because it's like jumps, but it is slowly trending up from here to here, which obviously, like I said, a big deal. Now this is far surpassing my Twitch revenue. That's $1,400 a month if you split it in half, right? The views, I'm getting almost 1 million views in 2 months. Watch time's going up, subscribers are shooting up. This is big, and this is kind of where I look at it and go, I really decide Twitch is not the way. YouTube is, I believe, the future of my content. And that's why you saw that huge drop off in streaming hours, is because I focus more on YouTube, and instead of Twitch being the main thing I did, YouTube became the main thing I did. And I would go on Twitch just to hang out with my viewers, right? I would just chat and hang out with my buds and stuff, and we play games and have fun. I still stream all the tournaments I play, but I only stream probably 3-4 times a week outside of that for maybe 3 hours at a time, which feels really nice to me. If you're streaming 8 hours a day and like 10 people are watching, I think you're wasting your time. You should cut it down to 4 hours a day. Start a YouTube channel, post content on Reddit subreddits, make a TikTok, right? Whatever. Put content on searchable platforms. Trust me, it helps. As you saw on my Twitch thing, as the time went and my hour stream went down, my average viewers started going up, and the money I make went up too, because people stop by all the time. I get probably 10 people a day jump into my Twitch channel and say, hey man, I watch your YouTube stuff every day, I love it, finally caught you live, here's a sub, right? And that, not only does that really add up, but those are only the people who tell me that they came from YouTube, right? So many other people have seen a couple of my YouTube videos, and then they're on Twitch and they see my name and they click it and they watch me for a while. So having one to build the other, I think, is really important. And YouTube is just so much more searchable. It's so much more beginner friendly in a way, like beginner content creator friendly. You can like kind of feel it out, and you're building like a portfolio of videos, right? If I'm posting a video almost every single day, then by the time 6 months is up, I have a lot of videos. Moving on to, this is pretty much where we are now. This is early November to late December. Views dropped down pretty hard in November. I took some time off, like a week and some change. And then, like I said, November, very slow month. But December picked back up pretty heavily. We have 700,000 views. Once the rest come in from the last bit of this month, it should be 750,000 views probably. Watch time 150, 3,500 subscribers added, and $3,300, which means a little over 1,600 per month. I should get that actually pretty close to 3,500 when it's done processing, because the 30th isn't done and the 31st isn't done, and the video I did today on the 31st is doing really well. So I should get pretty close to 3,500. December is also the best month for advertising. So your CPM, which is basically like this part, I need to go over this too. Your RPM and CPM are going to be higher than normal. Like if you look at this, close to Christmas, it's, $5+. But if we go all the way back to here, it's way lower. It's $3.50, right? It's just advertising companies are willing to pay so much more closer to Christmas because people are looking to buy a lot of stuff. You can see my monthly estimated revenues here. It is trending up. This goes like 14, 14. Didn't do a lot this month. 14 and up in December. But the views are going up, and I think I'm doing a lot better job. My watch time is getting longer, and these kind of things are pretty important. So it does end up adding up. And I think like the growth on YouTube is more steady. Twitch can be up and down, and you never really know where it's going to go. But YouTube, on the other hand, really just, here, let's do like past 365 days. I made $7,600 with about 2 million views. Not bad. Not bad, considering I've been doing it for 7 months now, about. I'm pretty happy with that. This is a growing project. It's not something that like you can just start and print money on. It does take a while to build the viewership. It takes a while for the money to start coming in. But I do think YouTube is going to be more worth it than Twitch. And it doesn't, this video wasn't supposed to be why I don't use Twitch as much as YouTube video, but it ended up being kind of that. And I really want to drive the point home for anybody who's looking to make content that searchable platforms are your friend. In Twitch, while you can make a lot of money on Twitch, it's really not the way to go. And so that's the money I made from Twitch and YouTube. But a lot of the money I've made this year has not been from either of those. I've made quite a bit of money off sponsorships, which I know is important to a lot of you. Not a lot of people know anything really about those, how it works with content creators. Basically, what happens, I do my sponsorships on my Twitch. I haven't done one on YouTube yet. I'm waiting for it to grow more so that I can charge more, because honestly, it's kind of a pain in the ass to implement a YouTube ad onto my videos. So Twitch ad, basically Raid Shadow Legends comes and they say, hey, Majin, we'll give you this much money if you stream our game for 2 hours. And I go, okay. Or I say, no, that's not enough money, right? Or no, I don't like your game and you're ugly. And then if I take that, a lot of times there'll be incentive goals. So for example, I'm going to be doing a mobile sponsorship. I'm not going to say who, because I don't think I'm allowed to. A mobile sponsorship for $500 flat. It's a 2-hour stream and 1 social media post. So I'll tweet about it, have my 2-hour stream, but then every so many people who try the tutorial, I get an extra $350 on top of that. Now that sounds pretty nice, right? $500 flat plus $350. Usually I hit one goal without trying, and then I can hit usually most, if not all, of the goals if I push it. My community really rallies together to help me out there, which I very much appreciate. And this is actually on the lower end for me. This will be the second cheapest sponsorship I've ever done. It's just something to do right now. So yeah, usually I charge $1,000 up front, and then if they have anything on top they want me to push, they have to pay me more. And I average 400 viewers on Twitch, so not an insane number, but the range is pretty large. Anywhere from $500 to a couple $1,000 is what I can expect to make from a couple hour long sponsorship. So that's why you see your favorite streamers do sponsorships a lot. It's because they make, or YouTubers, it's because they make so much money from it. So when your favorite YouTuber does a NordVPN ad, instead of rolling your eyes, maybe like give them, be happy because they're getting the bag. You know what I mean? A lot of money comes in from that. Other ways I've made money, prize winnings from Legends of Runeterra tournaments. Obviously, I've made about $20,000 in the last year. Which obviously helps out a ton towards my bottom line, but I do have to pay quite a bit of that in taxes. I'm not quite sure how much yet, but here in the US, any winnings get taxed pretty heavily. So you have all these things: Twitch, YouTube winnings, and sponsorships, and each one of these isn't really enough on its own, but when you put them all together, it adds up to enough. It adds up to a living. And that's really what you need to hit. Is you're probably not going to get it all from any one spot until you're big enough that you don't really care anymore. You're going to need to have multiple streams of income. And then when one drops, like my Twitch stops doing as well, I can focus on YouTube. I can pick up a sponsorship or two to fill in the slack. Maybe I'm not winning as many tournaments. Well, that's fine because my ad revenue is doing really well. So even now, I'm looking to diversify even more. I talked about how I wasn't actually getting any money from the Patreon. That's because we've been funneling it back in to the Mastering Runeterra brand. We have a website that went up. It's doing about 8,000 views a day. It's doing really well. We're going to get an ad network put on that shortly, which should start bringing in more revenue for Jason and myself. We'll be able to move into more projects. We have a community league tournaments that's sponsored. This kind of stuff, I'm always looking for new things because I need to diversify. I need to have these different income streams, or I wouldn't be able to make it on one single thing. So yeah, that's about all I have to say. If you have any questions about this, please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to talk about these kind of things. I would love to help. This is an area where, while I'm not an expert, I do have some experience in, and I really needed that experience when I started. I needed someone to tell me about these things and answer these questions, so I would love to be that person for any of you. Thank you so much for coming. I'll see you guys next time.